evening and welcome to Paranormal Path Peeps. And tonight I'm speaking to two members of Highland Paranormal. How are you doing?
We're good,
Not bad.
thanks.
Yeah, that's good. Good to hear it. And we've got Eileen Murray watching as well. So welcome, Eileen, on YouTube as well. So that's brilliant. So I always start really asking where it all started for you. So if you start with you, Liam, so obviously you do the paranormal side of things, but when was the first time that you realised that there's something else you're interested in, and some weird happenings, basically?
I'm probably unique, and well, I'm not unique, but I know most paranormal investigators have had a kind of really, they'll have had a life changing experience before they've started investigating. And for me, that really wasn't the case. I kind of grew up interested in history and folklore, and the paranormal just came side by side with that. So I had a fascination in it, and then along came Most Haunted and Ghost Hunters, and yeah, that was it for me. I mean, I've had loads of experiences now, which I'm always kind of skeptical, but no, I am a believer. I'm a believer.
That's
I mean, when you
brilliant.
see
And
something walk across a room, you can't deny it.
that's right. And I certainly know you're into your history because you do some great tours of Inverness. Now, I've been on the tour around the churchyard. That was incredible, apart from the rain. But yeah, what can we
I think
say?
that rain was
You
the
know.
worst. I think that rain was the worst we got all year.
Yeah, that was. But we made it round. That was what
We
counted.
did. Yeah.
So, Lynn, then, what's your story? So, where did it all start for you?
Well, it mostly started with the Most Haunted and Ghost Hunters. I was really
Mm.
interested in watching that. But before that, I was into UFO, UAP phenomenon. I came across a Roswell article and I was just hooked on the UAP. So when Most Haunted and that came along, it was really good. Um, then Liam started up the group in 2011, I think. And I
Right.
came on board in 2012 for the history research. I'd been doing my family trees or knew my way around the Scotland's peoples and other registers and the databases. So I came on board mainly to do that, and I was working shifts at that time, so I didn't get out as often as I needed to, as I would like to. Then
I
came off
see.
of work and then I got into the investigation better. So it was
Yeah.
history that got me into it and an interest in the paranormal.
Yeah, it's sort of a natural progression for you then. But that's a good thing though that you can sort of research things. Now, for me, it's hard. Like, where'd you go? You're like, oh, back in the day, they go to a library, do this, do that, and like, I don't know. I'm lazy. I go to Google, and half the time it's wrong anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. We use mediums in the group, and I do research, and I didn't show them the research before I go, and it's really interesting when the mediums and the research matches up, and it backs up fact to story.
Yeah, I absolutely love that, and that's why I do this more than anything. I was actually out on Friday night, my own public event with Barry John, and we got this young lad come through on the board, and I need to research it. And he actually worked. His family had the lead mine in Matlock Bath. Well, mines, probably loads of them. And we heard a story, and it'd be nice to see if we can sort of validate some of that information because it was quite an unusual tale. And yeah, it was just so fascinating to get that much information through. And we'll have to see, but yeah, but I'm certainly not that good at research. Well, it's time as well. Everything takes too much time, doesn't it?
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Definitely, because just to keep a page and a group running, Liam, it's mad, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's I put two jobs basically.
Well, that's
But
right. And then you do your ghost walks, you do your tours, you promote it, and you do the wellness talks as well, don't you?
yeah, well, we got involved with a charity a few years ago who were doing a festival, a walking and wheeling festival in Inverness, and it's now become a yearly event. Every year we do a couple of walks for them, and out of that we also decided to start doing our own well-being walks with our friends, where we would just go to interesting locations, not specifically paranormal. There might be the odd story. I would do a little research in advance, so I could tell them a few stories there. And in some cases, the folk that came along could tell stories as well, which was brilliant. So yeah, just getting people out and about. We've got a kind of core group of what we call our friends,
Cool.
and they're wonderful people who've supported us for years, and it's giving back a bit to them as well.
It is lovely though to sort of have that sort of community sort of around you, isn't it?
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
one hundred
you
percent.
get to know the people, you get to know the good days, the bad days, and you're following their story. But also, like if you do the tour, and like you said, you're getting stories. Do you add that to your stories when you do the tours?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've got
That's
some
cool.
really good stories from folk um, during my walks, or people will message me. So recently we were asking about locations, and a few folk messaged me privately and said, "Have you heard of this one?" Oh, I haven't heard of that story. That's a new one on me. So we kind of document it. I'm in the process. It's a long process of pulling a book together. I can't
Oh,
make my
tell
mind go
me
at the
about
format. That's why
it.
it's taking so long. But that
Oh,
will be the idea, is to make sure that these stories aren't lost, that they go down in print. We share them every week on our Facebook page as well. But to try and make sure that they're not lost for future generations.
that's beautiful. Like I've been trying to write my book since 2020, and it's kind of finished, but I've got to get it through the editing stage. And every time I look at it, I just start deleting everything, and it just I don't know which direction I want it to take. And every year I keep saying I'm getting it out. I'm not even mentioning it now. It's just sitting there, 69,000 words, just sitting there, and it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
just go
just
for it. I mean, I actually went back. I've got about three versions of my book, and
yeah.
I've actually gone back now to the first version of the book, thinking actually I think that was the best format to go with. So I hope to just get it done in the next couple of months. I
Oh,
said it would
that's
be out for Halloween.
fantastic.
My plan was Halloween last
Oh
year, so
God.
it's got to be out for Halloween this year at the latest.
Well, I was a speaker in November, and like I was going to get it out for that, and it's still not out. And I'm a
Yeah,
speaker at an event in July, National Justice Museum. Well, I'm not a speaker. I'm organising a court trial because it's in an old court, so trying to do that for like audience participation. So that's paranormal penny pinchers, and I'm so looking forward to that. But can I
so
get my book out for that? I don't know. I'd like to.
just go for it.
You haven't seen my writing. It's got worse as I've got older. Because I sort of do accountancy and now I moved into systems. It's kind of numbers, not words. So I'm
Yeah,
losing. And I think Facebook's bad as well with writing because it puts words in for you, doesn't it? Or changes words, or
yeah.
now everything gets corrected, doesn't it? And a lot of things you do. But yeah, we'll see. And how are you? Do you write, or how do you record all the history then, Lynn?
I've got an iPad, so it's full of. If I get a location, I kind of number the locations I've got files for. So if I get a location, I check the valuation rules on Scotland's people, and then I'll check the newspaper archives. If there's any stories, if I get a name, if I get a name, you get a name with the valuation rules. Maybe that's the owner or the renter. Then you can get a link to the nearest census, and you can build
Wow.
fee there.
That's incredible. You make it sound so easy. And it's like, oh, for me, it's
And
just
what she's
like, oh
not
my
saying is
gosh.
she then pulls that all together in a nice document so we can hand it to the client and say, there you go, you keep
Oh,
that. That's the history of the building. So whether or not we get any hits when we're there or not, they still get that information passed to them. So they've got that information that Lynn's pulled together. So the information is never wasted.
that's
It's always
beautiful.
passed on to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And I don't think many groups do that. Like people go it like I guess it's different down here because we had the conversation before we started about locations. Because like down here there's a lot of locations. Like I'm near a city, you're near a city, but other than Inverness, there aren't that many other places, are there, around? Apart from loads of empty castles. And you've got Culloden near you.
Yeah.
And you've got Loch Ness near you.
Yeah, we're quite lucky. Clava Cairns.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Lynn is castle country. There's more. You almost turn every corner. There's a castle. It's ridiculous in Aberdeenshire.
I live in Aberdeenshire and it's called castle country because you kind of throw a stick without hitting a castle, be it fully furnished castle or a derelict castle. There's plenty in Aberdeenshire.
Wow. So are you sort of Inverness? Are you near Inverness then, Lynn?
No, I'm 2 and a bit hours away.
Oh my gosh.
81 miles, but it takes you 2 hours with the
Of
traffic.
course it does, because you haven't got. They're not like motorways up there, are
No.
they? You just get A road.
two crawler lanes. you get by them.
Oh, blimey. Is my microphone still crackling? Yeah, I can tell
Yeah.
where. Hold on, let me sort it. Is it still crackling now?
I think it's
okay?
maybe too close.
Too close. Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that, Tom. Thanks for letting me know. I've kind of broken it, so I need to buy a new one. And if I don't use it, it might upset the bird, and he'll start, and we don't want that. But yeah. But it's just a beautiful part of the world, Scotland. I'm travelling again in September, and I certainly want to come up there again. And probably will go up as far as Inverness, so we'll see how it goes.
People cut across the northeast, the bit that juts out, and that's Aberdeenshire. So plan to come to Aberdeenshire.
Yeah, that's true, because I just go up to Glencoe, across Aberdeen, and then back down. Yeah. So yeah, I do kind of miss out a lot of Aberdeenshire, to be fair. And I'd like to do
ghost.
Pardon?
Every castle's got its ghost. We've recently done Fraser Castle and what was the Crassus Castle? Crassus last year. No, no, is it Crassus? I can't remember. Done too many. So yeah, they're really good. Castle Fraser was amazing as well.
Beautiful. I just love your castles, and most of them they're absolutely stunning, aren't they? Whatever the state they're in, like some are hotels, some aren't, and some are just a few stones, but they've all got something special about them, haven't they?
A lot are in the National Trust, so if you're planning to visit, if you're a member of National Trust in England, it transfers because it transfers in Scotland as well. So I've been into English properties, yeah.
Yeah, because I do go to some, but it's just the dog-friendly ones that I can go to, and that's the problem, really. But yeah, there just are some stunning places, and Eileen's taken me to a few of them as well, and yeah, it's just wonderful. And it's a shame to just see them left, isn't it? But at least they're still there. At least you can visit them, and you can actually investigate there as well, which is nice, isn't it? Generally, as long as the weather's decent,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's a
that's the big
challenge.
one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you've got as many midges as I thought you used to. I used to think like if it's a sunny day, you just get loads of midges, but you don't. That must be the other side
Oh
near
no, it's
sky.
dusk. It's dusk. It's the worst possible time for us because
Is
it's
it?
just as the light starts to go when we're on a location. That's when the midges mass. Um,
Oh,
we have been eaten alive on some investigations. We've tried all the tricks under the sun, but I don't think we've actually found a winner yet to actually
you're
completely
joking.
deter them.
You haven't. Wow.
Some were bothered more than others. It didn't really annoy me. I get one or two bites, but my hubby gets plastered with them.
You're joking. Like I went to Skye, and I just got out of the car, and it's horrendous. And I just couldn't go far, and they're just being eaten alive. They're just disgusting things, and it's like walking in a cloud of thousands of needles just attacking you. So
Yeah,
if you haven't been to Scotland, they are absolutely horrible.
And they're tiny,
And
tiny things.
yeah.
yeah, they're certainly not like our gnats. Like we have gnats and mosquitoes. They are not midges. They are so different. And oh my god, I think the first time I went asbestos balaclava,
Balaclava.
definitely. Yeah, recently, oh my gosh, it's just been rain, hasn't it? It's a bit milder there at the moment, isn't it?
We're
It's
okay. We're Lynn is. Whoa.
well, we had snow and we had rain, and we're being. It's kind of mushy, but it's been 13 degrees today, though. So
Way,
bit
scorching.
right. It was.
It's 11 here now, which is quite weird.
It's
Say what it
9.
has been like.
Well, it was 9 when I came in, but it was 13 during the day, so it was quite mild. Quite mild.
Yeah.
You get Scotland is you get 4 seasons in one day in Scotland.
Oh, I know.
You can be
Oh,
freezing
so
in summer and warmer in winter.
yeah. So Lawrence says the nasty smidge works not bad, but we have to spray more than once. Better to wear long clothes, and yeah, that's it. But I go camping in shorts. You see, that's my problem. It's a bit wet and windy now down near Edinburgh. So, oh wow, yeah.
Well,
But
beautiful moonrise tonight.
oh gosh, yeah, I saw it. It's stunning. Yeah, I've got a tree right behind it when it came up, and it's beautiful. It looked like a nice haunted sort of image. Yeah, absolutely stunning. So, of all the locations, Liam, if you're to pick the main one in Inverness, what would you say for history and hauntings, or not necessarily haunting? You know what I mean? The
For
prize
both,
building.
Touchwood House was without question. It's not a particularly old house, but it was without doubt the most active house building I've ever investigated, and the amount of activity in that building was crazy. I was in and out of that building a lot because I knew the owner.
Yeah,
She was a practicing witch, and
excellent.
I have a theory that a lot of what was going on in that house was down to her energies. And when
Yeah.
she passed, people commented that the house just felt quiet. But
Oh
I've
wow.
walked through something in that house. I've seen a full body apparition move across a room. I've had a coin. Basically, I didn't see it appear, but I looked down, and suddenly there was a coin on a chair that wasn't there before.
Incredible.
They've even, and I never saw it, and they had a house elf. They genuinely had a house elf that was seen by numerous people over the years as well.
Wow,
Some
incredible.
believe it might have been Susan's familiar. She doesn't think it was, but yeah, fascinating. So yeah, for me, if I had to pick one, it would have been that house. And if I win the lottery, I'll be buying it.
Oh, bless you. So did she do spells and stuff like that and practice?
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
she was very much at one with nature. She believed in the fairies and all the
Okay.
old tales. So if she went to any of the nearby locations that the wee folk frequent, she would leave some food and some coins for them as per the kind of
Absolutely
traditional
gorgeous.
ways of Scotland.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Mm.
Eileen says, I wonder if Susan comes with you on an investigation now. Do you think so?
We've had she knew she was going to pass, and she actually, the last time I saw her, she said to me, she looked me straight in the eye and said, I'm coming back, I'll give you the proof you need.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen her. I've had things happen in the house here that are okay, that's a bit bizarre. Candles, electric candles switching themselves on and things like that.
Oh,
um
cool.
we did do an investigation with some friends who were over from Germany at Clava Cairns, which is an old Neolithic site. And the German medium did a session, and afterwards I asked, how did you get on? And she says, she said, I had a woman. She looks younger than she is, quite thin, small. She's wearing a green dress, and she used to come here and do ceremonies with other women. And
Wow.
that was Susan to a T. So I do think she's about, yeah, definitely. And she
That's
was
beautiful.
always kind of the extra member of the team. Though she didn't really investigate with us, she was always giving us advice and whatnot, and vice versa. So, and she was a great supporter of the team. So, yeah, dearly missed.
Lovely. Oh,
Yeah.
that was so sad, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have any agreement of what she would do? And, was there a specific thing that she said she'd do to prove that she wasn't
No,
right?
she just said that she would give me the evidence I needed. So, still time.
Oh, right. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
maybe she's helping you on investigations,
indeed. Yeah,
sort of bringing more through.
yeah.
So, Lynn, do you pick anything up mediumistically?
No, but and touchwood, it was my first sort of experience. I was in doing the history research with Susan, and I printed all the sheets up, went through them, gave them to her. We were doing a charity event, so we went to go through to the main hall to meet the guests, and I forgot my water in the kitchen where we were previously. So I ran back to get my water, and an open door, and I smelt sweet cigar smoke. It was not there a minute or two ago. I just left it. I closed the door, ran and grabbed the first member of the group I find, come here, and we opened the door, and we just got the one inhalation of the cigar smoke, and it just went.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then another investigation in Touchwood. The main hall, there was a main hall, and there was a sweeping Gothic staircase, and a galleried landing round the hall. And I was walking back, taking photos. And I thought I bumped into a table. I got touched. I thought I just took the table with my butt. I turned around, no table there. And it was the place that Susan had reported there being a lot of people being touched there as well.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
That was two experiences in Touchwoods. And
that's
we stayed
lovely.
one night, and then we did an investigation. So we stayed over one night with hubby in one of the rooms, and we were up talking with the guests about 3 a.m. So we toddled off to bed and wakened at 9 o'clock to get breakfast. And asked hubby how he'd slept. He's fine. I just heard you get up to the toilet and the door closed. And I didn't get up to the toilet.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Did it scare you?
No, I
Yeah,
slept
that's cool.
sound. So I
Oh, you
slept
slept.
out. I stayed in another room and another night. But yeah,
Oh, it's cool.
it's an amazing house. It's an amazing house built in 1880s. Be a sheep farmer's wife, big sheep farm, because
Wow.
she built the house, and the house next door was built for her sister. So
Okay.
it was Russell and Carol, and Susan
Right.
changed the name to Touchwood. So the sisters built no matching house, but houses next door, and it's a beautiful house.
Oh, bless. And I bet scenery around it was stunning, wasn't it?
It's a big garden. It's in River Bank.
Oh,
Oh, it's right down the river, but you can't see the river.
yeah.
But it's set back, but it's lovely old trees and things.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
But you,
Liam. Oh, okay, Liam. Yeah.
no, you go.
I was just going to really ask about why you started Highland Paranormal then. What sort of led you to it?
I
Me,
had been put
yeah.
with me. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I'd been put in touch with some fellow paranormal enthusiasts up here in the Highlands. There was a group from Edinburgh at the time who were looking to create a group in the Highlands. And we basically met up one day. We went and visited a couple of cemeteries, got on really well. But within about a month, the whole group Edinburgh idea fell through. So a couple of us just said, tell you what, we'll just start our own group. And that's what we did. And the rest is
That's
history.
cool. Yeah. And
Yeah.
how many members have you got now of the actual
We've,
team?
we've actually got 14, which a lot of folk will think is quite big, but actually we cover the whole of the north of Scotland. So
Wow.
and we've got Lynn and Colin in Aberdeenshire. We've got Kyra and Richie who are in Murray. We've got Hannah who's over on Island of Skye. She's our Gaelic speaking
Oh, Sky's
investigator.
beautiful.
So we were going to locations, and if you watch us at all, you know we use dowsing rods.
Yeah.
And especially on the West Coast, we were finding that a lot of the times we were using dowsing rods, we were getting gobbledygook or no response at all. And we were at a couple of locations where there just happened to be Gaelic speakers. So we thought, let's try it. And as soon as the folks started communicating in Gaelic, we were getting proper responses again on the rods.
Wow.
And if you look at the history, it makes perfect sense. Especially in the West Coast, even late 1800s, even early 1900s, Gaelic was the native language. On top, I remember one night we had a guest who was a medium at Inverness jail who actually said, "Oh, this woman can speak English, but she doesn't want to. She wants to speak in Gaelic." So that side of it as well, and there was also, I think, a lot of distrust of the English language. So
Yes. There's a lot of history, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's
So
certainly not favourable.
no. So yeah, we've got Hannah as well. So we cover quite an area. In fact, the Highland region itself is bigger than Belgium.
Wow.
There's
Yeah.
very little in a lot of it, but it's bigger than Belgium.
Oh yeah, that's why I can't do the big drive and CC 500 because it's just it's a long way just to drive there.
Yeah.
Apart from all the tourists being there, which kind of would put you off anyway. I'd
Lots
like
of
to do
single
it,
track roads.
Yeah, which is fine, but apparently everyone's borrowing motorhomes and don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
And they just dump them everywhere, so it's not really what anybody wants, and it's certainly not the people who live there want either, is it? So, but yeah, I don't know if I'll get to Skye this year. I do love Skye. I've been to Harris and Lewis as well. They're absolutely stunning. But when I did go, it's in July, it's 16 degrees every day and raining. And the only place I could find for a coffee on Harris was a genealogy museum. And it's just like plastic cup. So I kept going there for a drink because there weren't many other places to go, and there aren't, are there? And it's just
No,
the way it is. And
it's you should try. Well, you've been here off season, so you know what it's like off season.
oh
We
gosh, yeah.
sometimes we sometimes do events kind of just as off seasons arriving in the west, and you can't get anything open. You're basically driving all the way back to Inverness for a cup of tea, because nowhere's open. It's everything after the October holidays. Basically, everything just shuts down until the Easter
Blimey.
holidays.
Yeah, it's a
It's
shame
crazy.
though, isn't it? Yeah. At
Yeah,
least you're near the city though, aren't you? How far are you away from Inverness?
I live in Inverness, so yeah,
Are
I'm
you in, so at least
Yeah, I'm
you've
in
got
Inverness.
you have everything, but are you in the outskirts away from Aberdeen, Lynn?
Yeah, I'm an hour from Aberdeen.
So you must struggle with like stuff like shopping and stuff. For me,
Yeah,
like I live in urban, so I don't have to plan.
yeah. The nearest big Tesco's is about 15, 16 miles away. 20,
Wow.
20 minute drive. So it's not too bad. I'd like to say, you could say I live in the middle of nowhere, but I like to say I live in the middle of everywhere because I've got a small town 10, 11 miles away, another small town 7 miles away, and the big Tesco in our town is 15 miles away. So, yeah, and I work in Elgin, a city, one day
Oh,
a week.
okay. I know
So,
somebody who's in Elgin. She's at the
no,
cathedral.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
she
a
does
cathedral
cathedral
city.
tours. Yeah. Yeah, because I kind of want to go up there and see her sometime. So yeah, I nearly went last time, but yeah. But yeah, I'd love to see sort of round Elgin because I've seen the photos of it and stuff. And with her doing the tours, it does look intriguing.
Oh, well,
So
if you go to Elgin, go to Duffus Castle as well. It's just out a few miles from Elgin towards Lossiemouth. It's near the RAF base. It's
oh right.
it's free to go in. It's
Oh
a derelict castle, but it's worth the walk around.
yeah. Yeah, certainly sort of go for that one, yeah. So Liam, where's your favourite place then? You mentioned Torwood and not Torwood, Touchwood.
Touchwood.
isn't it? Touchwood.
I, to be honest, I hate answering that question because I love loads of locations. We've had so
And
many
so have I.
wonderful
So give
regions.
a few then. Give a
Yeah, well,
few.
Castle Fraser that Lynn's already mentioned
Yeah.
was amazing. Inveraray Jail for me is a favourite.
Yeah.
Really, we've done that a couple of times and always get results. So yeah, that two are I'm very very fond of. We're going back to Strathpeffer Pavilion soon, which we haven't been to for a few years. That's always an interesting night normally.
Brilliant.
It's got an interesting history. Used as a naval hospital in World War One,
Oh,
and that's
lovely,
we
yeah.
believe a lot of the activity comes from that era. So that they're just some of my favorites. But yeah, we've got loads. Pool House over in Poolews, another one. Absolutely amazing location, amazing history, links to the Titanic. It's
Oh, okay.
very active room. One room in particular in that building very active as a result of the owners' links to the Titanic.
Oh, that's awesome. And
Yeah,
obviously you can look up the history of that quite easily as well, can't you?
yeah.
So what about you then, Lynn? What do you think?
Yeah, we go to America about every 2 years, so we do kind of like to book a ghost hunt when we're there. So Castle Fraser and Inverary Jail, all those Scottish ones are favourites. But I've investigated the old jailhouse in St Augustine, and that was really good. So we plan to go back this year from where we were.
Brilliant.
And 2 years ago, we made it to the Keys finally, and so we got to do an investigation with Robert the Doll.
Oh, wow.
fort. He was very quiet. My husband got his t-shirt tugged. That was the only thing. The fort itself was used as a sort of hospital. Oh my gosh, my kitten is going mad. You have no idea. He's come here.
It's beautiful though. He likes attention, doesn't he?
He was the fort itself was never so active service. By the time it was built, it was obsolete, but it was used for a hospital for yellow fever. So we got
okay.
station with a nurse, and the guide had said somebody called Peggy was always coming through. We asked if it was Peggy. My husband was doing his rod session, and she said no. But we asked if she knew Peggy, and we got an affirmative, and the cat balls were going off, and it was quite good, quite good. That's Robert the Doll's got a lot of stories made up about him, but it's very interesting to hear the true background, and you don't have to ask permission to take pictures with him.
That's good.
We're always respectful, but you don't have to ask permission. The guys tell you they just made up that story.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Like, you get all the movies and you get characters and there's all this and that, and then it's Chinese whispers, and then they want to sell the movies and everything. And it just must be great to see something like him. I've done a lot of haunted antiques, and I now know that objects can hold energy, and it's great when you see people go and meet, they walk in a room and at least one person will want to pick up this doll, and it's like, well, every time you go it's always the same, and why, and you hear the characteristics of what other people pick up, and it's just great to put that information together, isn't it? And I guess you got what other people have got as well, and it is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. The Americans are really into promoting their haunted experiences.
Yeah, this actually goes out onto the Things Network channel, so it's actually worked today. So so there'll be a few watching from the US, but
Florida, most Florida.
I would like to go to the Queen Mary because my dad worked on it, and maybe one day. He worked in an engine room, even got the original vaccination certificate.
Okay.
So I do want to fly out there, but it's right at the other end, isn't it, as well? So
I've been in California, but that was in 2001 before I got into this. So
yeah. It's different, isn't it? I've been to a lot of places before I got into this, and you think, oh, I wish, I've been to Budapest, Prague, Norway, Sweden, places, and you kind of think, well, if I'd have gone then, I would have gone to different places, but I used to take photos, be into the history, and we did a ghost tour of Budapest, and it's amazing. Like, she went, oh, this happened, off with her head. Then they went and somewhere else, off with their head, and that's it for the story. Everyone just lost their head. So, I don't know. It was just random, it really was. It was just too funny. California has many haunted locations. And, Eileen been to the Queen Mary, and like, yay. But, it must be just different to go out to the US. I listen to Kalani quite a lot, and like, the words are so different from over here as well, aren't they? And you might say something and it means something totally different. Oh, thank you, Mason. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we did walk around New Orleans. We went to
wow.
Amy Bruni's first cruise. She set up a company called Strange Escapes. So it coincided with the big birthday and my husband's retirement, and so we decided plunged for the cruise. So the New Orleans tour was included, and I did get a photo. It's called the Ghostess Pier, I think, and it's now a restaurant. But it was his house, and he lost it in a card game. And he left birthday. So there's a table set out for Pierre. I think it's Pierre. Forgive me if I've got the name wrong. And I was taking a picture of the table, and I swear you can see somebody standing by hands on the chair in a kind of long frock coat. So yeah,
Yeah.
just interesting. New Orleans is just steeped in history.
Yeah. Did you go
We,
to Bloody Mary's place?
no.
Because yeah, because I met her in the UK. She came
Okay,
over to Paracon and she's got her own museum, and she
right.
focuses on voodoo.
We just a day in New Orleans. We flew in 2 days before the cruise. We'd stayed overnight at the Myrtles, the haunted plantation. So we booked a room in the house itself. We didn't realise it was up the murder stairs, and we were only ones up that stairs.
Wow,
So we
incredible.
we got there after from the sunset, and we bumped into an old gentleman. And he said he'd been there the night before. He said, "Go have some dinner and go to sleep and get up at 2 in the morning." And so we did that, and we went from 2 to 5, and we started on the stairs. And I swear we had a kind of rustling petticoat, long skirt swish by us. So yeah, there's a lot of frogs out there, so the audio was tainted. So
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it was really interesting. It was
Yeah.
really interesting. Didn't sleep much.
Oh gosh, it just must be like so many US places, like all got different characters, and I just totally love to sort of go one day and yeah. So Mason, thanks for watching. Really appreciate that. Just been on a ghost tour of Warwick. Oh, she's in the Warwick Homes Hotel, which is haunted. Warwick is absolutely stunning. I don't know if you've ever been there to Warwick Castle. I've investigated it twice, and I did manage to get a strange photo there as well. When I did it, it was only like 13 people investigating it, which is awesome.
Well, the kids were young. It was just a day visit. And when I went in the dungeon, I felt really nauseous. I had to come out.
That's
then,
evil, yeah.
Yeah, if after the torture, the instruments of torture, I think,
Yeah.
well, could have been just self convincing my thinking about the torture, but I had to come out. And then later, I watched a program in Most Haunted. They investigated there, and the vet felt nauseous as well. So yeah, that was interesting because I saw the program after I'd been there.
Yeah, I do love it. I did go there. I did correspond with Crowley as well, which was absolutely awesome. We did Estes Method. I was actually tuning in to a story, and yeah, it just tied up, which is great. Lorraine Sargent, she's on our team, so a great big shout out to her. When she says I never stop. I did yesterday. I was out of it. I tell you. What of investigating Friday, doing a public event, and then attending an event with SPS at Derby Jail. Oh yeah, and being busy Saturday, meeting people. It was just a bit crazy at the weekend. Yeah, I had a really lazy day yesterday. I feel bad because I've done 2 doubles on the trot, and it does get you, doesn't it?
Yeah, the good old paranormal hangover.
Yeah.
Oh gee, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hadn't done many this year. A slow starting, but I'm on 7 now, so we're doing well.
Woof. Yeah.
And I'm twitching about what to do next week. Well, the weekend coming, so I might actually go to Matlock Pavilion again, where I went last week, just to
Cool.
get more because I like it there. Yeah, I am lucky because like I can generally drive an hour, and there are a lot of places like Warwick's just outside that, but yeah, I can go there. And then Warwick could bring in sort of some other places as well. And yeah, there are so many places around here. but then we keep losing them, which is sad.
Yeah.
I'm losing Haunted Antiques soon, which I've been going to for over 7 years, and I've sort of my paranormal journey's grown with it. I didn't believe in elementals, didn't believe in haunted objects, and you witness things, you see people's reactions, and gosh, you learn so much, don't you?
Yeah. Always learning.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
part of the journey, isn't it?
Oh, it is. My mediumship's just gone. I don't know what's happened. I do development and I can do things there, but I'm not picking things up on investigations at all. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with me. Maybe I'm just tired.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, isn't there?
I,
But
I
yeah,
actually find
my
with the
head's
rods.
everywhere.
I
Sorry.
find with the rods. Yeah, sorry, Jacqueline. I was with the rods. I find that if my energies are low and I'm tired, I don't get much success on the rods.
All right.
Neither.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that mediumship's pretty much the same. The energies, if you're tired, I would imagine that. Yeah, be
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah. I was out Tuesday, Wednesday night after a double on the previous weekend. Then out Friday and Saturday. So yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? Really.
That's amazing. That would
I
kill
work
me.
full time as well.
Yeah.
So it's just how to. I'm kind of doing 2 jobs at the moment as well, because I've got a new job and I'm just wanting to move over, but it's stuff and stuff, isn't it?
Mhm.
So yeah, but yeah, I love the paranormal, and yeah, there's other things going off as well. So it's quite manic at the moment. Like you try and go to sleep as well, and your head just starts. I don't know if you find that.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially like if you're wondering about, well, for you would it be history, and you kind of think of something random, then you think, oh, I've got to look that up before I forget, or
Oh yeah, I think I'm certainly of an age now. If I don't write things down or go and look at things straight away, I'm in trouble because yeah, I'll forget, and maybe 3 weeks later it'll pop back into the head again. So yeah, I take lots of notes now and scribble things down, and then so that I can remind myself that I need to go and look at that. But we were saying before we came on, we were having a quick chat how desperate we are to get back out ourselves, but we
yeah,
don't have indoor locations, unfortunately, that we can just pop into. So we have to wait until the weather improves. Lynn and me both have experience of investigating in minus temperatures, and it's not fun. I can tell you.
ouch.
Yeah, it's not fun. So we kind of go, no, we're not doing that again. Yeah, it's a shame because by the time the weather gets better, the nights are lighter as well, so you don't get the dark. You don't,
You've got that issue, yeah.
I mean, in the summer here, it really doesn't go dark properly. There's always that little bit of light on the horizon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. But the thing is, like, you get these abandoned building castles, whatever, and you don't get people around them.
Yeah.
Whereas
true.
for us, we get a place, and like, there aren't that many places, so the chance for you to get an investigation there is limited. And then you kind of don't know what's going to arrive. You don't know if the Nurbex is going to arrive or something like that. Should be better in May, Liam.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, Highland. I'm not going to say I promise it will be better in May, but May is normally a good month. May is normally the start of the good weather. So fingers crossed the Highlands coming up to the Highlands.
Not the beginning
In May?
It's
In
slow
May,
in
yeah.
May.
Because I didn't know whether to come like early or later. Obviously, I don't go away camping in July, August. But then I'm going to Rendlesham in July now. So, yeah, meeting up with people
Yeah,
down
more
there.
than welcome anytime. So, but yeah,
yeah.
I'll wait till the weather. I would certainly wait until it looks like it's raining here. Actually,
Yeah.
wait for the weather to improve, get a bit warmer.
Oh gosh, I go camping. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the dark nights when you're camping. Like, oh gosh, it's bad, isn't it? I have been camping over New Year's Eve, so I camped like the last day and the first day of the year. So
I've seen some of your camping pictures and whatnot on,
Disasters.
and it's like there's a reason Liam doesn't do camping. You know, I take my hat off to you. You're one brave woman. I tell you, I don't think I could. I could do it. We are discussing doing a kind of camping overnight um, investigation. There is a location called Sandwood Bay, which is way
Ooh,
up on the west coast of Scotland. I think
okay.
it's about a 2 mile hike from the car park to get to it. There's no roads into it, but the beach is supposed to be haunted by a sailor, and there's been numerous
Wow.
reports over the years. And I'm also told there's a mermaid, so yeah,
Interesting.
who knows?
That
But
is
we've
interesting.
talked about that one for years, but never done it. So it's penciled in for this year. So who knows? You might actually see some camping photos yet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's camping, whereas I go glamping. What I do
right.
is a lot different. I take everything, and usually electric as well. So, admittedly, when I toured Scotland in the September, I didn't have heating a lot of the time, but I did have a solar panel. I do charge me in electric, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, this place
I
is
just
wild camping.
I, um,
Yeah.
I've kind of been on a site which was wild. Yeah, facilities were like about 2 miles away, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
ropey.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, the grass was like up to your knees and stuff
Yeah.
with a
What
river.
worries me is there's a couple of team members who are really, really excited for this, and the
Yeah.
rest of us are really, really nervous about it. So can we even make it the distance? Um, so yeah,
It's a
but
long
no,
way
I
with
would like,
kit.
it's something different, and
Yeah, it's worth
I
it
would
though,
like
isn't
to,
it? You know,
yeah,
you'll have memories one way or another.
yeah, yeah. And every it's got a bothy as well, or the ruins of a bothy. So
Has it
that
got a
seems to
roof
be
on it or not?
no, no.
Oh god, yeah. Well,
Um,
you got a bit of shelter then, but just need a
so
big umbrella.
yeah, so but yeah, well, we shall see. We shall see. Lots of haunted bothies in the Highlands now, apparently. So
Oh
according
wow,
to YouTube,
okay.
anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. YouTube. Terry says, have you been to Fort George?
As a visitor, yes. Unfortunately, because it's actually still an active military base, we haven't, as of yet, been able to get access to it.
Oh
But it
wow.
is due to be decommissioned as a military base in the near
Ooh.
future. So possibly. However, it's our good friends Historic Scotland that run the touristy side of that location, and
Mm.
they are, I think it's safe to say, anti-paranormal. They've never been keen. I have heard people saying they just now will not entertain. Before, they would come and tell you, yeah, you can come and visit our location. It'll cost you £1,000 because you'll have to pay for all our staff. And oh, by the way, we get dabs on all your video footage, all your photos,
Oh.
and we're non-profit. So
Hmm.
we work
Yeah.
with the National Trust. National Trust of Scotland are a much better organisation, in my opinion. They're basically location by location.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
you deal with the local management team. And as we've mentioned, we've been into a few of their locations as a result of that. And I'm sure we'll be in more going forward.
Wow. So Terry spent 2 weeks.
I've heard it's strange. I've heard a
So,
few stories. Um, that is supposed to be haunted. So yeah,
oh yeah. So Blackwatch is leaving then. And yeah, Eileen shares the same opinion about historic Scotland.
yeah, yeah.
It's like us, like English heritage as well. It's how to get into places, isn't it? And a lot of places won't sort of entertain it, but ultimately they will get some sort of income from it.
That's
But
why I don't understand. I
yeah,
do not understand. If you go, I was in Edinburgh at the weekend, and I did the haunted graveyard tour.
oh
Um,
nice.
with the City Dead tours. It was superb. It's probably the best ghost walk tour I've ever done. It really was.
Oh wow.
The
I
guide
think that
was knowledgeable, and she knew her stuff. She was passionate about it.
lovely.
Um, so it was really really good. And when you see places like Edinburgh and York, for
Yeah,
instance, who really have bought into the dark tourism, and I just think places are missing a trick.
definitely because we haven't got a lot. We haven't got tourist information. Not really. You know what I mean? Not we have the castle. We have places outside Nottingham, but it's not like touristy like York. It's a shame. It really is. Like you mentioned Edinburgh, so Mason wants to know really, you know, would you recommend Edinburgh for ghosts?
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
because
full
it's
of.
kind of known, it's old. You know, you got the castle, everything, haven't you?
You've got Greyfriars. You've got bloody Mackenzie, the Mackenzie poltergeist. However you want to
Oh,
look at that story.
yeah.
Lots of haunted pubs. We were lucky
Mhm.
enough to get invited by Eileen to do the Banshee Labyrinth. I don't know if you've had the chance to do that yet, but
No, I've seen the photos.
yeah, you need to
Yeah,
do that. You
awesome.
need to do the Banshee. The Banshees is an amazing place. It's part of the old Southbridge vaults.
Right,
So the
okay.
old vault system where all the worthies and the poor ended up being. So yeah, some really crazy activity in there. We
Oh,
One of the
wonderful.
best pieces of activity we ever captured was on Claire, who's one of our team. She had her phone. It was on airplane mode within the
Oh,
in the big town in the basement, and yeah, it basically somebody had said, "Can you not make that cat ball go off?" And the city came on and didn't say it's city or anything, just said no. So we asked. I wasn't there, but they contacted me afterwards and says, right, speak to my son. He's got an iPhone. We tried it, and City comes on and said, I can't do this. I'm on airplane mode. So
oh,
my next
I.
porter calls my brother, who's the manager of the local iPhone shop in Inverness. Technical question for you, bro. Can a phone do this? No. So
Oh, I.
yeah,
So we've got Jamie. Jamie mentioned when you said Greyfriars.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
watching.
Well, I'll say I'll actually. I know Jamie. I don't know Jamie personally, but I think it's Hess was our guide the other night. Jamie, she was absolutely superb, absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic.
Um, and compared to, shall I say, a guide that we got a couple of months ago in another Edinburgh haunted location, who was very, very poor and clearly working off a script.
Oh,
To find a
no.
guide who, as I said, is knowledgeable and passionate about what they're doing, is really, really good. And we thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
Maybe the person off the script, it was their first one.
Possibly. Yeah,
You
possibly.
know? And
Maybe it
like
was
as time goes on,
bad
yeah.
timing, but it just didn't work.
No, well, exactly, you know, like
Mm,
if it's that obvious and oh no, it just doesn't work, does it? You
yeah.
know, at least you've got to try and you can't read off you know, you just got to get on with it, haven't you? And you got to tell the stories, and you got to be a good storyteller as well.
Yeah, when I do
You
my
know,
walks now, when I don't even use, I have a folder with information I keep if people ask for anything specific,
yeah.
but I just go for it now. I don't,
But you remember it, you know it. You're
some of it.
brilliant.
I've had some very scary moments standing in a graveyard when I completely forgot a key date at the
Oh
oldest
my
gravestone
gosh.
in Inverness, and I'm like, "Oh my god, how am I
Oh,
getting out of this? Because I can't remember the date." Eventually, it came to me, but it's bizarre because I've told that story so many times, and this one night it was just like, "No, brain fart, it's gone." But yeah, Edinburgh I cannot recommend highly enough. It's just to walk the streets and soak it in, isn't it, Lynn?
oh gosh,
It's
I bet
yeah,
it
The
is.
there's just
Yeah.
something
Holyrood
the old
Castle,
time.
Holyrood Palace as well is worth a look around because That's where Mary Queen of Scots, when she was pregnant, they murdered her secretary to try and make her miscarry. So you
Oh,
can get in that room. She was having a supper. Their secretary was dragged out of into her bedchamber and murdered in front of her. So it's really steeped in history.
oh, bless you. Yeah, it just was fascinating. I've never actually been to Edinburgh. I meant to go in 2020, meant to meet Wes Coleman and some other people, but we know what happened, and that was it. So, Jamie, if you want to come on a podcast and have a chat about Edinburgh sometime, um, let us know. Just message me, and maybe Eileen can sort that out. But yeah, but yeah, that intrigues me. I've always fancied sort of going to Greyfriars, and you hear bits of it, don't you? But it just sounds incredible.
Go there, pop to Rosslyn Chapel as well. It's no
I've
far here.
been.
Oh, yeah.
I have been, but I wasn't. Eileen took me. Annoying because I couldn't take photos inside because I'm sorry, I take photos everywhere. But I get it, But oh my gosh, what a place! It's just the detail of everything in there, isn't it? Like I got loads of photos outside, but inside, just wow! It's just so stunning, isn't it? And it's so good. It's preserved as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so royal parchments are in Holyrood. Wow.
We went as a group
Yeah.
last Easter for a weekend and to do bits and bobs. So it was a last minute decision because we couldn't get into the Covenanters to go to Roslyn. So we put on our jackets to get photos, but we got talking to the guys and they let us do a dowsing rod session in the church.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know that Kyra, one of our mediums, she had something she picked up on in Rosalind, the guides confirmed as well. So it was really, really cool. So
Yeah.
God, I missed that. I've been to Rosalind, but I wasn't there on that day. So
Oh, bless you.
but I'm delighted the guys had that experience because you said it's an amazing location. Yeah. I would say to Jamie, though, my heart did break a little when I got the truth about Greyfriars Bobby.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Is that
yeah. I was
story
a
going to
little
be
bit heart.
true?
I recovered, but I was a little bit heartbroken at the time, growing up
Oh,
with that
no.
story, to find it's not all true. Um,
Oh, no. But
but
everyone knows
that's
the
what was
great
good about that
fires.
tour. That tour was based on, the facts. What is known, what is documented, and what not. And
I
yeah,
bet
I'm
it
not going
is
to.
a battle, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm not going to steal Jamie's thunder with regards to the poltergeist, but it was really interesting to get the guide's take on it.
Wow.
Because when I looked at the I've done it. We did a show years ago with Mackenzie Poltergeist. We said, I'm not convinced. I think it's, it's tourism, but what is now being explained is not what they publish in the papers and stuff. So yeah, really interesting. But I'm going to say no more on it. That's Jamie's story, not mine.
Oh,
But
bless
yeah,
you. Yeah. I'm
but
really
as I
intrigued.
said, yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. It was.
Something out.
I will definitely do it again when I'm back down there. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. See? There you
Well,
go.
one of you is hopefully telling
See
the
what
truth.
happens.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
everything, isn't it? That they just change things. Like I had an experience in a cave. It was in some newspaper within. I was out with Tony Ferguson, and I sort of said, "Oh, can you throw something?" Something was thrown. It's like Ghost Hunter is shocked. Oh yeah, I said thank you very much. That's really shocked. My friend was so surprised at how posh I sounded. But there you go. I wasn't shocked. You ask for something to
I
happen, it happens.
I got called a paranormal expert in the Sun newspaper, and that really upset me. I can
Oh
tell you, that
no, that is
really upset me. I was
embarrassing.
not happy with that story at all. That was a hatchet job.
Ooh,
That
and
was,
that was probably on my
but I know
page
what you
going,
mean.
he's not an expert.
Yeah, I was absolutely. And do you know what somebody said to me on the day? Because I'd posted something out about it saying I'm not happy at all. No press is bad press, and actually, it brought a lot of people to our page. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
because I post things and like it's always paranormal expert, isn't it? Like the papers, they always do that every time.
yeah,
And
yeah. I was
yeah,
an
and things
expert in
are
the unknown. How's that work?
yeah, it's good, isn't it? And
Yeah,
some just make out they are anyway, don't they? We just go for it.
yeah.
Yeah. So Terry mentioned Stirling then. Some great spots even in the rain and the snow. God. Have you been to Stirling, Lynn?
No.
No?
Oh, I
I've been.
visited, but long ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it on a hill when I've driven by. Seen the castle but never
I've
stopped.
visited the castle. It's worth going to see.
The
Yeah.
castle. There's a great graveyard just down the hill from the castle
Oh,
as
is there?
well.
Oh, cool.
That's well worth a visit. Yeah, I think the Stirling Town Jail does paranormal events. I think.
Oh, yes, I've heard of those. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
think
I think that's where my
they
friend Gary went. And
yeah,
yeah, he popped to the castle as well. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm kind of
yeah. That'd be
restricted
a bit
about
more of
what
a
I
road
can
trip.
do because
Yeah,
I've got my hound with me, so he will be fine in the car, but you can't really investigate because it's too long, isn't it? To be fair, so
yeah. Well,
but
we got
yeah,
loads of outdoor locations as we talked about earlier up here that are
yeah,
remote. Um, and
yeah, that's it.
it's there's certainly a few that we kind of try and take folk to that you probably wouldn't know of.
Oh gosh, no, I
They're
wouldn't
not.
have a clue.
Though I did go to a location. I think actually the last time we took a group of Americans to a location, thinking that you basically go down to this ruined castle, you go down a farm track to it,
Uh-huh.
and just as we're heading off, there's some family of tourists turn up.
Oh god.
So, and I believe that even some of the tour guides are now taking folk to it. So, yeah, I hope it doesn't get spoiled.
Oh, Eileen's not mincing her words then.
Okay.
There you go. What can you say? Music venue opposite the jail is the old jail. Okay. So that's not good either, is it? Having a music venue opposite. But yeah, you do get this though, don't you? And at least if it's like out in the open, it's miles from anything, and as long as you haven't got tourists around you, you're all right. But always have the pending though with you, and yeah, these dark nights, they're bad enough for us here in Midlands, but for you, oh dear. What time does it
Yeah.
get dark in winter? Does it ever get light?
3:30,
Oh, 3, gosh.
and it doesn't get lights until 9 in winter, so you get about 6.5 hours of daylight.
It's bad enough here, to be fair, but
If
dear.
it's stormy, you've got the lights on all day.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And you do get some good storms, don't you? To be fair.
R1, no power for 8 days on Storm R1.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it hit us really. It's just up there, wasn't it? But yeah.
It's
Oh
bad.
wow. But with it mainly being rural, it's
Yeah.
it's
I live
fixing
in
it, isn't it?
there's a row of houses on one side of the road, and the neighbour's
Yeah.
tree came down through the power line, and it's a main A class road. It's middle of nowhere, main A class road joining
Yeah.
two. But it was easy to get to, but they were fixing the most populated areas first, so we were last to be fixed. And eventually, come day 4, they sent out food trucks, because we've got times round about. By the time you get food, you get home, it's kind of cold and you kind of reheat it.
Oh
So
gosh,
we
yeah.
eventually got food trucks out. That was a blessing just to get hot food.
Wow.
I do have a stove, but attached to central heat, and so you kind of light it up too far because there's no electric to power the water around, so the water
Oh
gets
my.
heated. So yeah, and day 5 I was out charging the phone in the car, and I was putting
Of
the
course.
Facebook day 5 without power. I'm really getting fed up, and a friend over the hill. Their power had been restored and they had a generator. They offered us a generator, and it's like, oh, I can't. Oh, I wanted to take. We did take it, but I felt so guilty because we'd had a generator and our neighbours didn't they? So we could power the lights and the internet and the
Oh,
central.
bless you.
So we got 3 days. We couldn't work the oven. It was too much power drainage and boil a kettle. So hubby had to boil the kettle at work and fill flasks and take it home. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah, that you know, nowadays you just expect electric, and something like that. Do you get many power cuts then? Obviously not as extreme as that.
Well, the last time there was no power cuts, but yeah, sometimes you get, but for just 12 hours or so.
Yeah. Oh,
Manage
blimey.
power through ruthless through the night. You sleep curled in the front of the fire and on the sofa and with the cats, keep you
Yeah.
warm.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's Caspar, the friend,
Oh,
the fearless. He's
is
good.
this Siamese?
Burmese. He's
Burmese.
Burmese are very dog-like. So Seska was out a couple of times ghost hunt with us last year, but she's turning 18, so she's getting old. So Caspar is 6 months. He's
Oh, gorgeous.
full of beans. Ugh.
They go ghost hunting with you.
Yeah,
How does that work?
yeah, just walk Seska around. She we had a derelict place. We had permission to go in it.
Yeah.
So walked her around and went into the bathroom. She immediately turned tail. She didn't like that bathroom at all. And
Awesome.
the porch hole area, she was now wanting to look around. She was hiding.
Wow.
But the rest of the house, she walks around. So you pick up, my hubby, we've got an SLS. So he was picking up stick figures in the hallways. The hallway for Siska wasn't happy about. And
Wow, that's brilliant.
they took
Yeah,
her to
because they are more sensitive, don't they? And yeah, it's great to see.
She walks in a lead. So we took her to Auchindoun in September and up in the Great Hall, walking around, finding the Lord's chamber. There was 2 windows, recessed windows. One she walked in perfectly happily, one she wouldn't go in at all.
Wow.
So
I love that.
just
That's
adds
brilliant.
it just adds to the thing.
Oh, definitely, yeah, because dogs. Yeah, he's growled 4 times at different things. One in Scotland, one at the schooner, one here, and one somewhere else, and it is amazing. But a cat like that is brilliant. Yeah.
Well, Casper's going to take over the mantle.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Hubby picked the name. It's Casper with a key.
Oh, brilliant, Asprey, doesn't it really?
Well,
Oh, that's incredible, though. It really is.
I had to harness them for the first time the last week, so getting used to getting the harness on. And
oh, yes.
but go paralysed first, get it on. Get it off me. So we took to it fine. So start getting used to the harness and the lead and getting them in the garden.
That is awesome.
Walking around some of the derelict castles around in Aberdeenshire to get used to it.
Oh wow, that is brilliant. Have you got any questions? Anybody? I haven't got long, about 10 minutes left. You got any questions about the Highlands or sort of Aberdeenshire? Just ask them really. You near Culloden. What can we say, Liam?
Well, we won't investigate Culloden.
I
Well, the
don't
National
blame you.
Trust,
No.
it's one site that the National Trust actually will not allow people to investigate.
Well, no, because it's a mass burial ground, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
yeah,
just yeah,
it marks the end of a Highland way of life. What came after Culloden was genocide. I'm not going to go into the politics or anything,
yeah,
but that
yeah,
so to this day, for the people of the Highlands, it's a very sacred place.
yeah.
What I will say was really interesting. We took a couple of American mediums who had previously visited Gettysburg,
Oh,
and we
okay.
took them for a
Yeah.
walk. And I was really interested to see what the difference was going to be for them. They were overwhelmed. They said that Culloden, the energies in Culloden were much, much stronger than Gettysburg. One of the ladies actually had to leave. She felt that she'd been shot in the knees. And the
Oh,
other lady said she could feel basically vortexes of energy all over the field.
oh my
Um,
gosh.
so yeah, it's a very, very eerie place.
Yeah, I've
Especially if you go
been.
up there and you've got
It's,
it to yourself. I mean, in the height of the summer when it's full of tourists and
yeah,
whatnot,
it's
no,
different.
not
Yeah.
so much. But lots of people have stories. Um, you
Wow.
know, so yeah, yeah, it's a special kind of place.
Yeah, I think when you see the two lines, how close they were together, and then you sort of see the clan the clan gravestone. Well, the clan,
Yeah,
and then you see the one for the English. Oh, the English are buried over there. And
yeah.
like, obviously it mentions all the clans and everything, and I kind of felt it awkward being there because of what it was and what it
Well,
meant for the history, and
I'll let
yeah,
you into a secret. There was more Scots on the government side than there was in the Jacobite army. This wasn't, and I do always correct people. This was not England versus Scotland. This was the Jacobite cause to put a Stuart
yeah,
back in the throne of England and Scotland against the governing Hanoverian king. So it was the British government against a rebellion by Jacobite supporters. So I know a lot of people paint it as England versus Scotland. It wasn't. Majority of the atrocities that happened after Culloden were actually done by Scots. They
oh
were
right,
from other
okay,
clans, and they used it as an opportunity to
oh, an excuse
settle
and a reason.
scores.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
overall there was, as I said, the decision was taken that this was they were going to wipe out the Highland way of life so that there could never be another rebellion. But yeah, there was a lot of actual Scots involved in that side of it, and like Glasgow celebrated after Culloden. The city of Glasgow gave the Duke of Cumberland the keys to the city.
Oh my god.
That's how split it was. Even in Inverness, when I do my walks, Inverness was split. They weren't all Jacobite. There was government as well. In the graveyards were vandalized by both sides, from what I can see, before and afterwards. So yeah, very, very complex.
Yeah, but if anybody um can rivalry and retribution, but if anybody does get a chance to go, it is worth going, and just to see it and walk around it, and
Yeah.
We,
just
we,
to feel it
we
in a way.
did a lot of investigations in a country house, a hotel in Aberdeenshire, just out of Persoy House. It's no longer a hotel, so sadly we're kind of getting into it. We're invited back numerous times to run events for them. And that had a connection to Culloden. Sir William Dunbar fought on the Jacobite side. and he took his manservant, and we had a lot of interactions with Bert. He liked the ladies, the young lassies. Did Bert? He interacted with them a lot, and the story goes when the cause was lost. Sir William ran back to Durn and house, and he was Bert dressed him up, and the redcoats came round to get him because he was fighting on the wrong side. The Bert dressed him up in women's clothes and rubbed ashes in his face and sat him down in the fireplace in the kitchen in the basement. You can see the original fireplace, but we were able to. And the cook played her part and says, "You've had your food, get out," when the redcoats came in. So Sir William, dressed as a woman, past the redcoats coming into the kitchen, and escaped. He was eventually pardoned and got back to Durn. But we had interesting conversations with his manservant Bert when we were there.
Incredible stories and history. Silence of Culloden is deafening, and it is worth visiting, and
100%. I think if
the photos don't do anything, you just got to go there basically.
Yeah,
and that's it, isn't it? But
and just down the road from there, you've got Clava Cairns as well, which is a Neolithic burials, and again, it's an amazing location that we've had quite a bit of activity at. We believe that and we're not the only team or individuals that have said this, we believe the site has a guardian.
Okay.
But we've connected on quite a few occasions with a woman that appears to have been murdered. And she appears to have been murdered because they thought she was a witch.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, as I said, but we went up there one night about 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a moonlit night and it was just crazy. Mark Wallbank from Paranormal. Mark was with us, Mr. Skeptic himself. So Mark actually had 2 experiences.
Wow.
That really, I don't think he can explain to this day. One was somebody said hello to him. And the other one was he saw somebody walking down the other side of the site. And we said, Mark, we're the only people here. It wasn't us. And the gate needed a good oiling, so you couldn't come through the gate without being heard anyway. But it says, Mark, it's 1 o'clock and it's just us. But yeah, we'd all sorts. We'd lights flashing at the other end, and that night, and a sense of people walking around us. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, Clava's well worth a visit. Unfortunately, I'm saying, because of Outlander, it's become an extremely popular site. So the last couple of times I've been up there, I've been shocked at the amount of people that have been there. So it's probably better to try and go in an evening or something like that. Even then, it can be busy, but there are actually coach loads of people turning up there now.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I found a stone along the main road. So sort of if you go to Culloden along that main road and go the other way, there's a stone right near there. Don't know what that was.
That's Cumberland Stone.
Yeah, that's it. I had a photo in front of that.
Yeah, so that's the stone where Cumberland said to have stood and watched the battle.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been, but I want to thank you for the conversation anyway. It's been
Thank you for having us.
No, it's just been so lovely to learn more about sort of the Highlands, because it is absolutely stunning. And now like when I go to Scotland, I've got a route. I have to go places. I have to go to Glencoe. I just do because it's just I love it there. And now, like, I've got to go to Inverness. I've got to go and see Eileen, and then I go towards Ardrossan as well. So when you've got 2 weeks, they're the main places, aren't they? And Loch
Yeah,
Ness. Um,
yeah.
I usually,
It's
I
we're
always go
lucky.
to Force Beach anyway. The beach, oh gosh, just going to that beach and just standing there, and it's generally so calm and still, isn't it?
No, not always. I've been here on a couple of wild days.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah, I've just had really good weather generally. Like, prior to sort of doing these tours, it always rained when I went to Scotland. I have been really lucky. Like, God, camping in like Harris Lewis, Skye. Oh wow, I've been to a lot of places, and yeah, it just rained. It just went. Yeah, and when it didn't rain, you just get midges eating you. Because I
Have you
just
ever
thought, like,
had a chance to go to St Kilda? That's the farthest island in the British Isles. It's
I've
40
got
miles.
some stamps from there
I've been
randomly
there. Yeah,
commemorating everybody leaving.
yeah, it's haunting. It's even more haunting than Glencoe.
Yeah, it must be weird because the buildings are still there, aren't they? And everyone just went,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Tarrantay. That was good. So that was where the Castaway film was done, and I got a guided tour by the owner's son.
cool.
Yeah, so I saw all that. Like, that was good. But yeah, but it's just so many remarkable places. But thank you anyway, and look after
Thank you.
yourself.
Thanks,
Thanks for
everyone.
everyone who's commented and shared and everything else. But I really have to go because it's another show on Things Network right now. Okay, so take care, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, and bye.